This week I've decided, instead of going into my normal hello and welcome to breaking news, I've decided to start with a picture of a blatantly confused tiger. So there we have it. A blatantly confused tiger that does not know what it is doing. And now, it is time for breaking news. Now, Mark Webber has officially retired from Formula 1, joining Porsche's enduro racing team that's going to be beginning next year, the new one. So there's nothing really to gauge that team on. So I think Mark's gone there, give him the head start, let's go, because really, he's getting nowhere in F1. Now, if you count back to Monaco last year, I think Mark was once offered a contract by Ferrari, but he turned it down, because he is a stupid Australian. No, just kidding, I'm Australian. Not many Australians are stupid, and Mark isn't one of them. Actually, if anyone is, it's me. But anyway, it's really now come down to Mark didn't accept that contract for Ferrari, and this has happened. He's Vettel still there. Vettel this, Vettel that, Vettel this, Vettel that. Nothing goes to Mark, everything goes to Sebastian, like it's been at Red Bull for the last 2010, 11, 12, 4 years, or even 4.5 years, because it started mid-2009 when Jensen won the world title with Brawn. So, anyway, I've looked at it. There are 3 guys that Red Bull have said are in contention to take Mark Webber's place in the number 2 Red Bull vehicle. Okay, so firstly we have this smiling Frenchy Jan-Eric. Actually, no, forget about it. Let's just discount him from the total investigation immediately. Next is the Finn, Kimi, I do not care, Raikkonen. Well, let's think. Vettel basically runs Red Bull. So why would Vettel want a former world champion driving against him to challenge him for the world title in the same car? Just wouldn't work, I don't think, because as I said, Vettel runs, basically will probably be the one deciding who joins him at Red Bull. So honestly, I don't think Kimi will be the guy who goes, because he's a former world champion, so he doesn't want a big challenge, because that's too hard for him. Because Mark, no one really cared about at Red Bull. We've known that for the last 4 years. But back to me speaking normal instead of making frog noises, which is exactly what it sounds like. It actually sounds like frog noises. Ribbit. Anyway, I think we need to look at our final proposition, which would be the final guy that Red Bull have said that they would be interested in talking to is another Australian, Dan Ricciardo. Now, unfortunately for Dan Ricciardo, even if he does get picked, he would probably just be another wash-away Aussie like Mark was, and probably end up going back to Toro Rosso in the end of it. But that's just how it appears Red Bull is run these days. Seb this, Seb that. Yeah. Seb everything. So, unfortunately, whoever does get picked to replace Mark Webber by Red Bull will be beaten by the man who will now come onto your screens. Well, this is getting slightly boring. Here we go. Sebastian Vettel, yeah. Seb Vettel will beat everyone who approaches his Red Bull cars. And, Seb, nice to see you raving at the audience who's watching this. So let's all give him a sarcastic, well-deserved round of applause. Well, I guess it's time for me to say what I'm going to be doing next in the Formula 1 series. So, we've got Hungary in a week or two. No, next weekend is Hungary. Not next weekend, no, the weekend after next weekend, so end of July weekend. And then we got the summer break, when I'll be doing a mid-season review and just goofing around as always. and I'll just get Seb to quickly wave goodbye to everyone for me.